In the given equations, you have to convert them into slope-intercept form and find their slopes and y-intercepts. Let us see the solution for this. So we know that the slope-intercept form is y is equal to mx plus b, where m is slope and b is y-intercept. Now let us consider the first equation, which is x plus 7y is equal 0. According to this, the y should be in the left hand side. Therefore, 7y is equal to minus x. That implies y is equal to minus x by 7. But we need to convert into slope-intercept form. So therefore, we will write this as y is equal to minus 1 by 7 times of x plus 0. Now, when we compare with this, y is equal to mx plus b, so the slope is minus 1 by 7 and y-intercept is 0. Let's see the second one now. So in the second equation, which is given as 6x plus 3y minus 5 is equal to 0. Now we will leave this 3y in the left hand side. We will send the rest of the two terms to the right hand side because y is equal to mx plus b is the slope-intercept form. So y should be in the left hand side. So now let us divide both sides by 3. So you get y here, and this is minus 6x by 3 plus 5 by 3. And on further simplification, we get y is equal to minus 2x plus 5 by 3. Now when we compare with the slope-intercept form, so the slope is equal to minus 2, which is the coefficient of x, and y-intercept is 5 by 3. Now in the third one, it is directly given as y is equal to 0. So this can be written as y is equal to 0 into x plus 0. Now slope is equal to 0 and y-intercept is also 0. Here you can remember that y is equal to 0 is the equation of x-axis. This is an additional information for you. In this question, the three equations are given to us. We have to reduce them into intercept form and also find their x and y intercepts. Let us see the solution for this. So the intercept form of the line is x by a plus y by b is equal to 1, where a is x-intercept and b is y-intercept. Now let us consider the first equation and reduce into intercept form. 3x plus 2y minus 12 is equal to 0. So 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. I am sending 12 other side. Now since we need to get 1 in the right hand side, let us divide both sides by 12. And what will we get here? 3x by 12 plus 2y by 12 is equal to 12 by 12. This will give us x by 4 plus y by 6 is equal to 1. So this is in the form of intercept form. So that means x-intercept is 4 and y-intercept is 6. Now let's consider the second equation. This is 4x minus 3y is equal to 6. Now divide both sides by 6. Then 4x by 6 minus 3y by 6 is equal to 6 by 6. So here we get 2x by 3 minus y by 2 is equal to 1. But here the numerator should be only x, therefore this can be written as x by 3 by 2 minus y by 2 is equal to 1. Now therefore x-intercept is 3 by 2 and y-intercept is, you have to be very careful here because this has to be plus in the intercept form, so the y-intercept will be minus 2. Now let's see the third one now. This is 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. This will give us 3y is equal to minus 2. This is y is equal to minus 2 by 3. Now this is in the form of y is equal to a, therefore we can observe that this line is parallel to x-axis. Therefore there is no x-intercept. But the y-intercept is minus 2 by 3. In this question, we need to reduce the given equation into normal form or perpendicular form, and we also need to find out the perpendicular distance from the origin and angle between the perpendicular and the positive x-axis. Let us see the solution for this. The given equation is x minus root 3y plus 8 is equal to 0. Here x coefficient is 1 and y coefficient is minus root 3. Now let us divide both sides by square root of x coefficient, that is whole square, x coefficient whole square plus y coefficient whole square. Then we get here 1 plus 3, this is root 4, which will be 2. That means we need to divide both sides of the equation by 2. And we get here x by 2 minus root 3 by 2y plus 8 by 2 is equal to 0. This will be 1 by 2 into x minus root 3 by 2y is equal to minus 4. That implies minus 1 by 2x plus root 3 by 2y is equal to 4, because the right hand side is denoting the distance, so it has to be positive. Now according to the trigonometric tables, this minus half will be minus of cos 60 degrees x plus root 3 by 2 can be written as sin 60 degrees y is equal to 4. So that implies cos 180 degrees minus 60 degrees into x plus sin 180 degrees minus 60 degrees into y is equal to 4, because cos 180 minus 60 is minus cos 60 and sin 180 minus 60 is plus sin 60. So this will give us cos 120 degrees into x plus sin 120 degrees to y is equal to 4. Now this is the normal form of the line. Now here he is also asking the perpendicular distance. As the right hand side of the equation is 4, therefore the perpendicular distance from the origin is 4 units. The angle between the perpendicular from the origin and the positive x-axis is 120 degrees. In this question, the equation given has to be reduced into the normal form or perpendicular form, and we also need to find out the perpendicular distance from the origin and also the angle between the perpendicular and the positive x-axis. Let us see the solution for this. So the given equation is y minus 2 is equal to 0. That implies y is equal to 2. So there is no x coefficient here. So 0x plus 1y is equal to 2. And using the trigonometric ratios, 0 can be written as x and 0 can be written as cos 90 degrees. And y, the 1 can be written as sin 90 degrees. So this is the normal form or perpendicular form of the equation or of the line, we can say. So the perpendicular distance from the origin is 2 because the right hand side of the equation is 2. So the angle between the perpendicular and the positive x-axis is 90 degrees. In this question, we need to find out the distance between the point and a line. Let us see the solution for this. Now the given equation of the line is 12 into x plus 6, that is equal to 5 into y minus 2. Now if we simplify this, we get 12x plus 72 is equal to 5y minus 10, which gives us 12x minus 5y plus 72 plus 10 is equal to 0. That is 12x minus 5y plus 82 is equal to 0. Now let us compare the equation with ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Therefore a is equal to 12, b is minus 5 and c is 82. Now the formula to find out the distance between a point and a line is modulus ax1 plus by1 plus c by a square plus b square whole under root. Now let us substitute the values into this. A is 12 and x1 is minus 1 plus b is minus 5 into y1 is 1 plus c is 82 by a square is 12 square plus b square is minus 5 square. For this, under root. Now on further simplification, we get minus 12 minus 5 plus 82 by square root of 144 plus 25. Now this will give us minus 17 plus 82 by square root of 169. This will give us 65 by 13, that is 5. So therefore the distance between minus 1 comma 1 and the line 12 into x plus 6 is equal to 5 into y minus 2 is 5 units. In this problem, we were given one equation and we need to find out the points which are 4 units from this equation. Let us see the solution for this. The given equation of the line is x by 3 plus y by 4 is equal to 1. If we simplify this, we get 4x plus 3y by 12 is equal to 1. That is 4x plus 3y is equal to 12. Let us assume a point k, 0 on the x-axis which is 4 units from the given line 4x plus 3y is equal to 12. Now we know the formula. Now distance between a point and a line is given by modulus ax1 plus by1 plus c by square root of a square plus b square. Now let us substitute the values in. Here a is 4 and b is 3. 4 into k plus 3 into 0 plus c is here. As the 12 is in the right hand side, so c has to be taken as minus 12 by square root of 4 square plus 3 square. Now the distance is given as 4. Therefore, we will equate this with 4. Now this can be written as 4k, this is 0, minus 12 by square root of 16 plus 9 is equal to 4. This will give us 4k minus 12 in the modulus. This is root 25, that is 5, which is equal to 4. So this will give us modulus 4k minus 12 is equal to 20. Now we know the modulus condition, that is if modulus x is equal to a, then x is equal to a or x is equal to minus a. Let us apply the same rule for this. Then we get 4k minus 12 is equal to 20 or 4k minus 12 is equal to minus 20. Then here we get 4k is equal to 32 and k is equal to 8. And in this case 4k is equal to minus 8. So k is equal to minus 2. Hence the required points on x-axis are 8, 0 or minus 2, 0. In this question, we were given the two parallel lines and we have to find out the distance between them. Let us see the solution for this. The given pair of parallel lines are 15x plus 8y minus 34 is equal to 0 and 15x plus 8y plus 31 is equal to 0. So to find out the distance between the two parallel lines, we have a formula, that is d is equal to modulus c1 minus c2 by square root of a square plus b square. Here observe that the x coefficients and y coefficients are common for both the lines. So here a is equal to 15, which is the x coefficient, and b is the coefficient of y, that is 8, and c1 is minus 34 and c2 is 31. Now let us substitute into this. So the distance d is equal to modulus minus 34 minus 31 by square root of 15 square plus 8 square. Now the numerator will be minus 65 and the denominator will be square root of 225 plus 64, that is 289. So the modulus minus 65 will be plus 65 and square root of 289 is 17. So the distance between the given parallel lines is 65 by 17 units. In this question, we were given the two parallel lines and we have to find out the distance between the two lines. Let us see the solution for this now. Now the given pair of parallel lines are L into x plus y plus p is equal to 0 and L into x plus y minus r is equal to 0. So the distance between the parallel lines is given by the formula D is equal to C1 minus C2 under the modulus by square root of a square plus b square. So here what is A? A is L and B is also L because x and y have the same coefficient, and C1 is P, C2 is minus R. Now let us substitute into the formula. We get modulus P minus of minus plus R by square root of a square is L square and b square is also L square. So the D is equal to modulus P plus R by square root of 2L square. Here we get 1 by root 2 modulus P plus R by L. So the distance between the given parallel lines is 1 by root 2 into modulus P plus R by L. In this question, we have to find out the equation of a line which is parallel to the given line 3x minus 4y plus 2 is equal to 0 and the line is passing through minus 2 comma 3. Let us see the solution for this. So the given equation of the line is 3x minus 4y plus 2 is equal to 0. Now let us find out the slope of this line. Is minus 3 by minus 4, that is minus of x coefficient by y coefficient. This will be 3 by 4. Now slope of any line which is parallel to the given line is also 3 by 4 because when the two lines are parallel, the slopes will be equal, and it is passing through minus 2 comma 3. Now we have slope and a point. So the slope point form is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Let us substitute into this. Y minus 3, y1 is 3 here, is equal to slope we got it as 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 into x minus of minus plus 2. This will be 4 into y minus 3 is equal to 3 into x plus 2. Now let us simplify this. We get 4y minus 12 is equal to 3x plus 6. If we write all the terms together, we get 3x minus 4y plus 18 is equal to 0. Observe that whenever you are finding an equation of a parallel line, the x and y coefficients of the two equations will be same. So the required equation of line is (3x minus 4y plus 18 is equal to 0). In this problem, we need to find out a line which is perpendicular to the given line and also having an x-intercept 3. Let us see the solution for this. The given equation of the line is x minus 7y plus 5 is equal to 0. Then the slope of this line is minus 1 by minus 7, that is minus of x coefficient by y coefficient, which is 1 by 7. Let us name this as m1. Now let the slope of a line perpendicular to the given line is assumed as m2, then the product of the slopes m1 and m2 should be minus 1. So here we got m1 as 1 by 7 into m2 is minus 1. So m2 will be minus 7. And the line makes x-intercept 3. Therefore, it intersects at 3, 0. Now we have slope and point. So we have to use the slope point form of the equation, which is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Now let us substitute into this. Y minus y1 is 0 and m is the slope, that is minus 7 into x minus 3. Now if we simplify this, we get y is equal to minus 7x plus 21, and this is 7x plus y minus 21 is equal to 0. Now the required equation of the line is 7x plus y minus 21 is equal to 0. In this problem, we were given the two lines and we have to find out the angle between the two lines. Let us see the solution for this. Now, given that the first line is root 3x plus y is equal to 1. Now let us find out the slope of this line. Slope of the line, let us call this as m1, which will be minus root 3 by 1, that is minus of x coefficient by y coefficient, which is minus root 3. Now let us consider the second equation, which is x plus root 3y is equal to 1. Now let us also write the slope of this line, which we will assume this as m2, which is minus 1 by root 3. Now we need to find out the angle between the two lines. Then the formula for that is, if theta is the angle between the lines, then the formula says that tan theta is equal to m2 minus m1 by 1 plus m1 m2. Both should be in the modulus. Now let us substitute the values of m1 m2 into this. So tan theta is equal to m2 is minus 1 by root 3 minus m1, we got it as minus root 3, so minus of minus plus root 3 by 1 plus minus 1 by root 3 into minus root 3. Now the both things should be in the modulus. Now if we simplify this, minus 1 plus 3 by root 3, this is the simplification of the numerator, by 1 plus 1. This is 2 by root 3 by 2. Then we get 1 by root 3. So tan theta is 1 by root 3. So if theta is acute, then tan theta can be taken as tan 30 degrees. Therefore, theta is equal to 30 degrees. Now, if theta is obtuse, then tan theta will be equal to tan 150 degrees. So therefore theta is equal to 150 degrees. So the angles between the given lines are 30 degrees or 150 degrees. It is given in the question that a line through the points h, 3 and 4, 1 intersects the line 7x minus 9y minus 19 is equal to 0 at right angle. That means the line joining these 2 points and this line are perpendicular to each other. We have to find out the values of h. Let us see the solution for this. Now the given equation of the line is 7x minus 9y minus 19 is equal to 0. Now let us find out the slope of this line. And let me call this as m1, which is minus of x coefficient by y coefficient. Minus 7 by minus 9. That means m1 will be 7 by 9. Now let us consider the two given points. h, 3 and 4, 1. Now let us find out the slope of a line passing through these 2 points. Let us call this as m2, which is 1 minus 3 by 4 minus h. This is minus 2 by 4 minus h. As the two lines are perpendicular to each other, therefore m1 into m2 must be equal to minus 1. That means 7 by 9 into minus 2 by 4 minus h is equal to minus 1. Then if we simplify this, we get minus 14 by 36 minus 9h is equal to minus 1. If we cross multiply this, minus 14 is equal to minus 36 plus 9h. Now if we simplify further, we get 9h is equal to 22 and h is equal to 22 by 9. So the value of h is 22 by 9. In this question, we have to find out a line which is parallel to ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 and passing through x1, y1, and we need to show that that line is this. Let us see the solution for this. Now the given equation of the line is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Therefore, the slope of this line is minus a by b, because the slope of a line will be given by minus of x coefficient by y coefficient. Then the slope of any line parallel to the given line will be the same, that is minus a by b, because when the two lines are parallel, the slopes will be equal, and it is passing through the point x1, y1. Now we have slope and point. We have to use the slope point form. which is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So now y minus y1 is also y1 here, so let us write y1, and m, that is slope, is minus a by b into x minus x1, here also x1. Now by cross multiplying we get b into y minus y1 is equal to minus a into x minus x1. If we get all the terms to one side, then we get a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 is equal to 0. So the required equation of the line is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 is equal to 0. That is what we were asked to prove. In this question, the two lines are passing through the point 2, 3 intersect each other at an angle of 60 degrees. That means the angle between the two lines is 60 degrees. And the slope of the one line is 2, then find the equation of the other line. Let us see the solution for this. It is given that the slope of one line, or slope of the first line, which is denoted with m1, is given as 2. Now let the slope of the other line, let us call them as second line otherwise, which is assumed as m2. Now we know that tan theta is equal to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. Everything is under modulus. Now theta is given as 60 degrees, so therefore this is tan 60 degrees is equal to m1 is 2 minus m2 is m2 as it is by 1 plus 2 m2. Tan 60 is root 3. This is equal to 2 minus m2 by 1 plus 2 m2. Now this is the modulus. So using the modulus equation, we get two cases here. The case 1 is 2 minus m2 by 1 plus 2 m2 is root 3, and other case will be minus root 3. So if we simplify this, we get 2 minus m2 is equal to root 3 plus 2 root 3 m2. Now if we write all m2's together, we get 2 root 3 m2 plus m2 is equal to 2 minus root 3. So if I take m2 common here, I'll get 2 root 3 plus 1 is equal to 2 minus root 3. Now on further simplification, we get m2 is equal to 2 minus root 3 by 2 root 3 plus 1. Now let us rationalize this by multiplying 2 root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 3 minus 1. Here we get 4 root 3 minus 6 minus 2 plus root 3 in the numerator, and in the denominator we get 2 root 3 whole square minus 1. This will give us 5 root 3 minus 8 by, this is 2 square is 4 and 12 minus 1, and we get 5 root 3 minus 8 by 11. This is one of the slopes. Now the second case is with a negative root 3. Then we get 2 minus m2 is equal to minus root 3 minus 2 root 3 m2. Now if we write all m2's together, then we get 2 root 3 m2 minus m2 is equal to minus root 3 minus 2. Then if I take m2 common here, then I get 2 root 3 minus 1 is equal to minus root 3 plus 2. Then m2 will be equal to 2 plus root 3 with a minus common by 2 root 3 minus 1. Then this can also be written as 2 plus root 3 by 1 plus 1 minus 2 root 3. Now let us rationalize this. 2 plus root 3 by 1 minus 2 root 3, and in the numerator and in the denominator let us multiply with 1 plus 2 root 3. This will get 2 plus root 3 plus 4 root 3 plus 6 by 1 minus 2 root 3 whole square. This will be 8 plus 5 root 3 by 1 minus 12. So 8 plus 5 root 3 by minus 11. So that implies m2 will be equal to minus of 8 plus 5 root 3 by 11. Now let us take the case 1 to find out the equation where slope is 5 root 3 minus 8 by 11 and the point is 2, 3, and the equation is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Now if we substitute here, we get y minus 3 is equal to 5 root 3 minus 8 by 11. Here is the slope into x minus 2. Now let us take the case 2. Here slope is minus of 8 plus 5 root 3 by 11 and the point remains the same, which is 2, 3. Now the equation will be y minus 3 is equal to minus of 8 plus 5 root 3 by 11 into x minus 2. The two equations differ only in the slope. In this problem, we have to find out the equation of a perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining the two given points. Let us see the solution for this. Now let the two given points are assumed as a 3, 4 and b minus 1, 2. Now in the figure the line segment joining A and B, and we have to find out the equation of a line which is perpendicular bisector of this line segment AB. Now we will write that let L be the perpendicular bisector of AB and M is the midpoint of AB. Now let us find out the slope of AB. So y2 minus y1, that is 2 minus 4 by x2 minus x1 minus 1 minus 3, which is minus 2 by minus 4. This is half. Now slope of L, which is the perpendicular bisector of AB, will be minus 2. As the product of the slopes of the two perpendicular lines is minus 1, therefore the slope of line L will be minus 2. Now let us find out the point M, which is the midpoint of AB. We know the midpoint formula, which is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Now M will be 3 minus 1 by 2, 4 plus 2 by 2. That is 2 by 2 is 1 and 6 by 2 is 3. So M is 1, 3. So now we have to find out the equation of the line L. Now let us consider line L. Its slope is -2 and it is passing through the point 1, 3. Now which formula we need to use here? Slope point form. So that is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Let us substitute the values into this. Y minus 3 is equal to -2 into x minus 1. On further simplification, we get y minus 3 is equal to, this is -2 into x is minus 2x plus 2. So we get the equation 2x plus y minus 5 is equal to 0. Now the equation of the right bisector of the line segment is 2x plus y minus 5 is equal to 0. In this question, we need to find out the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular from the point -1, 3 to the line 3x minus 4y minus 16 is equal to 0. Let us see the solution for this. The given equation of the line is 3x minus 4y minus 16 is equal to 0. Now let us find out the slope of this line is minus of x coefficient by y coefficient. This will give us 3 by 4. Let us call this as m1. Let the slope of the line which is perpendicular to the given line be m2. So therefore the product of the slopes should be -1, and we know that m1 is 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 into m2 is equal to -1. So m2 will be -4 by 3. That means the slope of the line perpendicular to the given line is -4 by 3. And it is passing through the point -1, 3. Now we have slope and the point. So the slope point form is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So y minus 3 is equal to -4 by 3 into x minus of minus, that is plus 1. So this will give us 3y minus 9 is equal to -4x minus 4. So we get 4x plus 3y minus 5 is equal to 0. So we got two equations now. One is this, one is this. If we solve the two equations, then we get the foot of the perpendicular. Now let us consider 4x plus 3y is equal to 5. I am just sending this 5 other side, and this one is 3x minus 4y is equal to 16. Here also I am sending 16 other side. Now let us consider this as 1 and this equation as second. And to solve these two equations, now let us multiply the equation 1 by 3 and equation 2 by 4. Then what will we get here? If you multiply the equation 1 with 3, 12x plus 9y is equal to 15. And if you multiply the second equation with 4, we get 12x minus 16y is equal to 64. Now let us subtract. Then all the symbols will be changed, and these two terms gets cancelled. We get 25y is equal to minus 49. So y is equal to minus 49 by 25. Now let us substitute this value of y into the equation 1, which is 4x plus 3y is equal to 5. 4x plus 3y is equal to 5 is the equation 1. Now let us replace y. Here 4x plus 3 into minus 49 by 25 is equal to 5. If we simplify further, we get 4x minus 3 into 49 is 3 9s 27, 147 by 25, which is equal to 5. So 4x is equal to 5 plus 147 by 25. On further simplification, we get 4x is equal to 125 plus 147 by 25. So we get 4x is equal to, if we add up these two, we get 272 by 25. So x is equal to 272 by 25 into 4. 4 ones, 4, 6, 8. So x is equal to 68 by 25. So therefore, the foot of the perpendicular is 68 by 25 and the y value is minus 49 by 25. In this question, the perpendicular from the origin to the line y is equal to mx plus c meets it at the point minus 1, 2. Then we have to find out the values of m and c. Let us see the solution for this. Now the given equation of the line is y is equal to mx plus c, and since minus 1, 2 lies on the given line y is equal to mx plus c, so that implies 2 is equal to m into minus 1 plus c, that is c minus m is equal to 2. This is the first equation. Now let the origin is taken as O and a given point minus 1, 2 is taken as n. Then let us find out the slope of this line ON, which is 2 minus 0 by minus 1 minus 0, which is minus 2. As the two lines y is equal to mx plus c and ON are perpendicular to each other, therefore the product of their slope should be minus 1. That is, the slope of this line is m and the slope of this line is minus 2. It should be, their product should be minus 1. Therefore m is equal to 1 by 2. Now we have equation 1. From equation 1, it says c minus m is 2. So m value we have here, that is c minus half is equal to 2. So c is equal to 2 plus half, that is c is equal to 5 by 2. So the values m and c are, m is half and c is 5 by 2 respectively. Let us read this question carefully. If P and Q are the lengths of the perpendiculars from the origin to the given lines, then we need to prove that P square plus 4Q square is K square. Let us see the solution for this. It is given that the P is the length of the perpendicular from the origin to the given line x cos theta minus y sin theta is equal to K cos 2 theta. We know that the distance is from the origin to the line is ax1 plus by1 plus c under the modulus by square root of a square plus b square. So now distance is P here, so which you can write x1 y1 is from the origin, so therefore they are zeros. So A is cos theta and B is sin theta. So how can we write here? Sin theta, this is cos theta, into 0 plus sin theta into 0, and C value is minus of k cos 2 theta by square root of cos theta. Therefore it is cos square theta plus sin square theta. So P is equal to modulus minus k cos 2 theta by this whole thing is 1. So therefore P is equal to k cos 2 theta. Now similarly the Q is equal to 0 into secant theta plus 0 into cosecant theta minus k, it's under modulus, by square root of secant square theta plus cosecant square theta. This Q gives us modulus minus k in the numerator, and this is square root of 1 by cos square theta plus 1 by sin square theta. If we simplify this, k by sin square theta plus cos square theta by sin square theta cos square theta, and this has a square root, which will give us Q is equal to k sin theta cos theta. Now Q is equal to k sin 2 theta by 2, because we know that 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to sin 2 theta. So now we have values of P and Q, so this will give us 2Q is equal to k sin 2 theta. Now we have to find out the value of P square plus 4Q square. P value is this k cos 2 theta. So k cos 2 theta whole square plus 4Q square can be written as 2Q whole square, that is k sin 2 theta whole square. This will give us k square cos square 2 theta plus k square sin square 2 theta. So if we take k square common, we get cos square 2 theta plus sin square 2 theta. So cos square 2 theta plus sin square 2 theta will give us k square. So therefore we can say P square plus 4Q square is equal to k square. Hence proved. In this problem, we have to find out the length of the altitude from the vertex A of triangle ABC, where the vertices of ABC are given like this. A is 2, 3, B is 4, -1, and C is 1, 2. Let us see the solution for this. So given that A 2, 3, B 4, -1, and C 1, 2 are the vertices of the triangle ABC. Now we have to find out the length of the altitude from the vertex A. Here is the altitude. Let AD be the altitude. So AD will be perpendicular to BC. Now let us find out the slope of BC. This is 2 minus of minus plus 1 by 1 minus 4. This is 3 by minus 3. So let us call this as m1, which is minus 1. So therefore the slope of AD, as they both are perpendicular, will be 1. Let us call this as m2. Now let us find out the equation of BC, which is y minus, here is C, here is B, minus 1 is equal to, the slope of BC is minus 1 into x minus x1, that is x minus 4. So y plus 1 is equal to minus x plus 4. This will give us x plus y minus 3 is equal to 0. This is the equation of BC. Let us also find out the equation of AD. Y minus 3 is equal to, the slope of AD is 1, so 1 into x minus 2. So this will give us y minus 3 is equal to x minus 2. This will give us x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. So the equation of the altitude is x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. Now we need to find out the length of the altitude, or we have to find out the distance between A and BC. Now we know the distance formula as ax1 plus by1 plus c under the modulus by square root of a square plus b square. So here A is 1, B is 1, C is minus 3, and x1 is the point, because from A, which is 2, and y1 is 3. Let us substitute now. So D is equal to ax1, that is 1 into 2, plus by1, that is 1 into 3, plus c is minus 3, by square root of a square plus b square, that is 1 plus 1. So D is equal to 2 plus 3 minus 3 by square root 2, that is 2 by square root 2, which will give us root 2. Therefore the length of the altitude is root 2 units. In this question it is given that P is the length of the perpendicular from the origin to the line whose intercepts on the coordinate axis are A and B. Then we need to show this. 1 by P square is equal to 1 by A square plus 1 by B square. Let us see the solution now. The equation of the line with the x-intercept A and y-intercept B is x by A plus y by B is equal to 1. If we simplify this, we get bx plus ay is equal to ab. Now given that P is the length of the perpendicular from the origin to the given line. So given that P is the length of the perpendicular from origin to the given line. Now we know the distance between a point to the given line is ax1 plus by1 plus c in the modulus by square root of a square plus b square. So here D is equal to A is B into 0 plus A into 0. Here C is minus AB if it comes this side by square root of A square plus B square. Now this will give us D is equal to modulus minus AB by square root of a square plus b square. Now the distance given as p, which is equal to ab by square root of a square plus b square. Now if we squaring on both sides, we get p square is equal to a square b square by a square plus b square. So we want 1 by p square, so we get here a square plus b square by a square b square. Now if we simplify, we get 1 by p square is equal to 1 by a square plus 1 by b square. This is what we need to prove.